Hey everybody, Drew here. Absolutely honored to bring you guys this beautiful 1997 Toyota Crown Majesta. It's an extremely special example as it's the V8 and it has leather seats. We've had a bunch of these cars, a bunch of Majestas, a bunch of Crowns, and have looked at probably thousands of them in Japan, in an effort to bring them over here, and have never seen one with leather seats except this one. It's extremely rare. To my knowledge, it's the only one in the United States with leather seats that are original. There was somebody out there with leather seat covers, but these are original. And again, it's the V8. So it just today turned 163,000 kilometers, which is about 101,400 miles. It does have some imperfections, and I want to walk you guys through the car. Being that mileage, it's got, some paint issues throughout. Trying to find stuff that would matter to you guys. Like this trim piece right here is a little bit loose. Wheels are a little bit pitted. This does have auto leveling air ride with adjustable height control. Let's see, there's a little bit of what looks like paint fade there. On the back, that is like a chip. Trunk here has a tiny little ding in it somewhere. I think it's like right there. I haven't done any paint correction yet, any detailing, anything like that. There's this, which with a little bit of acetone, that'll actually come right off, so disregard that. This side of the car, there's a clear coat peel right there, which again, these imperfections, that's how it's for sale today. There's a good chance that we're gonna pull the ad if it doesn't sell in a couple weeks, and make the car absolutely perfect, and of course the price will be adjusted accordingly. There's a little ding right there, and not much more to show over here. Again, all the wheels are a little bit faded and discolored. There's another chip in the clear coat here. The hood looks like a couple times they've opened it and hit the windshield wipers, which is unfortunate, but little rust chips there, which of course if touched up won't go anywhere. You wouldn't notice them unless I pointed them out. A little bit of fade in the chrome up here. Again, it is a 97 and it has 101,000 miles on it, which is a lot for a Japanese car, as these usually come over here with like 30,000 miles on them. So underneath, all in all, it's a pretty clean car. As you see, like the suspension and everything only has surface rust, but there is a slight exhaust leak right there. And that's the worst of the mechanical issues, of course. But we're gonna hopefully, like I said, it's for sale the way it is right now. And it's an opportunity to own an extremely unique vehicle, with a couple quirks. Totally daily driver quality. Wonderful shape again, but has its quirks. If the ad's pulled and everything's made perfect, the price goes up again accordingly. But sourcing that is going to be interesting. It might be custom fabrication. So inside, we've got one other mechanical issue. The vehicle stability control and traction off light are on and flashing. By the way, the footrest is missing, but you can find one of those from any car of this era in the junkyard, any Toyota of this era. So you'll notice when I press the brake pedal, there's a very faint motor sound, almost like in a modern Prius, and I believe that might be what is triggering these lights. There's a good chance that it has something to do with the battery that's in the car. I don't want to say a good chance, but a chance. The battery in the car is so dead. I've been driving this car all day and it won't even restart after shutting it off. So that's the worst of it as far as mechanical quirks. Inside, as you can see here, is perfect. Again, extremely rare leather seats. I'll get off them and show you. This one has minimal wear to it. This is very easily fixed and will be, again, if we do a full recondition and repost it later. There is this crack in the dashboard. There you go, yeah. So that's a heads-up display, which, strangely, in this car, I don't know how to turn on. Oh, here we go. So, let's see here. Haven't had a chance to play with it yet. Might not work. Oh, yeah, there it is. So not sure if you guys can see that, but right here is the car's speed. It projects the speed onto the windshield. Right where the the bezel for that system is, there's a couple cracks in the dashboard. The radio works, which...
Another figure in the Buffalo Bill.
pretty rare for, you know, for a JDM car of this age to have a working radio. Here's the air ride control. It's got power mode and snow mode like every Lexus of this generation. And of course, traction off is useless at the moment. Some of the things about this car that are just absolutely incredible. It's got, you know, power folding mirrors, which as you see both work. They're heated if you drive this car in the winter, which again, being a daily driver, you might want to. So not heated seats, which is disappointing, but you know, that was, I don't even know if that was standard on Lexus in 1997 yet, which, you know, is, I guess, technically above this car, even though this car has a lot of features our Lexuses did not have. The absolute best thing about this car, in my opinion, is the back passenger seat. So I'm gonna get back here, pretending that I'm the owner and I'm being driven, right? So I can move the front seat. I can push it all the way forward like this. And again, has not been through detail yet. There's some items, which is actually kind of cool. I guess a makeup thing and a cassette tape, which I don't know about you, but I'm pretty eager to see what's on that tape. But anyways, so now I've got all this leg room. Well, there's also reclining rear seats. So let's see, this one seems to be a little bit hung up. I think it's got a seat belt. There we go. Okay. So as you see here, I've got a fully reclined rear seat. Very, very comfortable in the back, plenty of leg room. You could even get curtains for these and stuff like that. Absolutely incredible. Very, very comfortable back here. And something else that's kind of cool is the rear passenger has control over, there's the climate control there. So I've got rear air conditioner, total control of my own climate back here. I could even turn on the radio.
To fade over the next year. Later this month, the war reaches
volume, everything. Very, very cool car. So I'm gonna take you guys for a ride. It drives absolutely perfectly. At some point in the near future, it could probably use front rotors, which are not necessarily easy to source in the United States. But, you know, worst case scenario, you can get them from Japan. It's, I don't know, maybe $150 or $200 to ship, and they come relatively quickly. So, again, it drives perfect. The V8, it's the same V8. It's a 4-liter that was in the Lexus LS400 and GS400 in the United States. It's the 1UZ FE, an absurdly reliable V8. And there's been many of these that have crossed the 1,000,000-mile mark, which makes this car, you know, at a 10th of its possible age, extremely over-engineered, well-built engine. So I'm gonna pull out on the road here, hopefully get you guys some expressway speeds. Put on my seatbelt, of course. Very smooth, very quiet. The air ride in this, in my opinion, is substantially better. The ride, the steering, everything is substantially better than the first generation Majesta, which my wife owns, and you've probably seen some of those videos on this channel. And with the V8, you know, as you see here, I'm barely on it. Very smooth, powerful V8. So now we're going about maybe 70 miles per hour. Take my hands off the wheel. Drives perfectly straight. I'll hit the brakes. As you can see, the steering wheel has a tiny bit of a pulsation when I'm really hard on the brakes. But for regular driving around, it feels just fine. So anyways, I'm Drew. I hope this video is helpful. If you want to buy this car, just reach out. You can set up a time to see it. And of course, if you are not in New York State, it gets extremely complicated. You're welcome to call me. We can see if we can work through it with your DMV. I'm at 585-771-0111. Hey, and if you like the video, just for entertainment's sake or whatever, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, because we do a lot of this. We absolutely love JDM cars. We love bringing them in. There's nothing more exciting than when they show up from Japan, and, you know, we get to be the first people in the United States to drive them. So if that's something you're into, go ahead and subscribe, give it the thumbs up, and see you on the next one. Thanks.